present, or future, the City of Dillon has a rich heritage. Join us now for Down Home Dillon, where we will focus on our history, present accomplishments, and the future of our great city. Welcome to Down Home Dillon.
Hello everyone, welcome to Down Home Dillon. As you can see, look a whole lot different than our normal host, which was Todd Davis, our former mayor. Todd is going to take a little hiatus. We're still going to try to get him to do some shows, but I'm filling in for right now. My name is Steve Johnson, and welcome to Down Home Dillon. I'm going to try to fill those big shoes that Todd had left behind. I think Todd did the show for, I think it was almost 12 years. So it's a lot of time if you think about that, filming a show once a month for 12 years. But I want to thank Todd for that. He even continued to do the show after he did not run again for mayor. So I want to thank him for the years of service when he was mayor and doing the show, and continuing on doing the show after that. So Todd, we thank you very much. You did a fantastic job. And I'm looking forward to you being back pretty soon. But anyway, we have a great show today. Got Glenn Wagner coming in, which is the city administrator, and he's going to kind of give us some updates about the city and kind of where we are with COVID and some rec updates. So we got a great show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Experience true Southern hospitality. Enjoy an unforgettable day of golf and warm up your game right here in your own backyard at the newly renovated City of Dillon Municipal Golf Course, formerly Twin Lakes. If you haven't shot around here recently, you should give it a try. With 18 holes for $18 every Thursday, value is in the bag. Memberships are available and no tee time required, but call ahead anyway. We'll get a cart ready for you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Down Home Dillon, and as you can see we have a special guest. He is special, but it's nothing new to Down Home Dillon. Glenn Wagner, city manager. Glenn, nice to have you on the show once again. So we just want, I guess we're going to do just city updates. So let's just start with COVID. Where are we at with COVID?
Well now, what 18 months?
Too long.
When this became a reality for all of us. It's been that long since I've been here in the studio. COVID within the city of Dillon, we still stress that everyone take precautions as much as possible. We've never had a mask mandate within the city. We allowed the businesses to enforce that if they wanted one, but from the city standpoint, we never had that. I still see people around town wearing masks, and that's great. I think that makes them comfortable. That's a good thing.
Exactly.
So from a city standpoint, we've been working from day one. Nothing's changed. Kind
of opened somewhat, I guess, back to where we were before this started.
Absolutely, and then in the interim, in between the starting and the ending, if you want to call it that, we were still offering our services and still doing things, but we did cut back on some of the things that we did as far as special events and things of that nature.
And those are kind of opening up now.
Oh, absolutely.
I know we've done some First Fridays, which we'll talk about
Celebrate
later.
Maine, we had
Celebrate
that.
Maine.
We've got ball games for the youth, been going on since the spring. And then we had a huge tournament here in Dillon a week or so ago. I had, I think, 16 teams here.
That was great.
Youth, girls, and boys, baseball and softball at one time at a sports conference. Great turnout there. So, we think things are back to normal.
Right. And y'all have moved, I know we filmed, was this month the first month that we went back to council
Yes,
meeting?
The June meeting was the first month we've been back since March of 20.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
But y'all did good, even at the Wellness Center. It was, things kept rolling and spread out, and everything was good. So compliments, to you on doing that, because I know everything's been a pain for everybody. But so I'm glad we're somewhat back to normal.
The normal that we
I guess we're 95%, exactly. We're 95% back to where we were. I think there's 5 or 10% that won't probably change, and that might be a good thing. Wearing masks certain places is good, but so.
Well, I'll tell you, and a lot of people may may have noticed what they've done during this time period. You know, I have used more hand sanitizer in my lifetime in the last 18 months, but it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad
idea.
idea.
And I was fortunate, and my family was fortunate. You know, usually around Christmas, first of the year, someone in my family's either got the flu or a bad cold. You know, our family has been fortunate.
Everybody was well.
Yeah,
that was good.
I mean,
and
really
that might
was.
have been because of hand sanitizer
And wearing masks.
and wearing masks. And, you know,
yeah.
so I think there's some good things. I know there's some good things that will come out of it. But you're right. I've used a ton of hand sanitizer. I've always been one that kept wipes in my truck. So I guess I was ahead of the curve on that. Yeah. But so, well, that kind of takes care of COVID. And you did touch on my next segment, which was, I guess, City Recs, Recreation Department. So just give me a quick update, which you kind of just did, but, you know, is everything flowing?
Yeah, things had started back. Back during the fall, we still offered youth sports programs, and the Wellness Center was still open. But our numbers that we were used to in the youth sports program was down, in my eyes, drastically.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that was due to people still being cautious.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when the winter sports time came around, basketball and playing, you know, inside, you know, there were a lot of concerns there, I think, from parents about their kids playing. So we actually did not have basketball because we didn't have anybody to sign up.
Right.
And I understood, you know, again, that's when it started peaking again.
Yeah.
It was November, December. So, you know, we really didn't have any youth programming going on during the winter months. But, you know, we started our registration process, the staff did, in February for baseball and softball. And, you know, we had it. Didn't have the numbers that we normally have.
Yeah.
But I think
some of that's COVID, some of that's
yes.
game systems and other things
that
like that.
That is correct.
You know, so.
And we saw that statewide, if not regional. But, you know, again, kids were there participating, parents were there participating. And it being outside, I think they were more comfortable. And I think this coming fall, we'll see those numbers increase from the previous year.
Which was my next question. Yeah. So the next sign up is that soccer?
Soccer and volleyball, which registration I think takes place the middle of July and the end.
Well, see, I didn't even know y'all did volleyball.
Yep.
When did that start?
We've had volleyball now 5 or 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, youth volleyball. And it's more of a clinic camp setting type deal. Right. Usually average about 30, 50 girls.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Between the ages of 6 and 12, just to introduce them to the sport.
Well, that gets them ready for the middle, high school, you know,
correct.
when they get up there. So I'm sure the schools appreciate y'all doing that.
So, you know, that's just a way
feeder program.
Yeah, just a way to introduce them that sport. And it's been a good turnout. You know, they'll pair up or team up against each other just for practice purposes, but it's been a good thing for us.
Does the sign-ups, did you say August, September?
It begins mid-July and ends, I think, the 20th of August.
Okay, that's very important. So mid-July to
August 20th.
August 20th. Yeah. So make sure you sign your kids up for that. It's a good way for the kids to get out, especially soccer. Well, either one of them, but soccer, you're running.
Soccer is a good sport for kids.
It's good to get them out there and get the exercise, and you know, I've coached for years. I always said it's also kind of a good babysitting system. If you need to drop them off for an hour practice and run to Walmart, you can do it. I know a lot of people do that, so. That's not the main reason to do it. The main reason to get your kids out and, you know, get some activity on them. All right, one last question. Downtown, I know we're, as a board member of Dillon Community Alliance, we have a lot going on, and we're working closely with the city. That is one thing I really want people to know, that this is a group effort to change our downtown, and not just downtown, but citywide too, but a lot of focus is on downtown right now. So just anything you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, the Community Alliance group, you know, I've mentioned many times in council meeting over the past 3 or 4 years, I wish there was a Downtown Merchants Association to kind of help spearhead some things on Main Street. Yeah. Because those folks have skin in the game, as we say, and get those folks involved, in which we have, and thank y'all for doing it. And what we're going through right now is a learning process for both sides.
Exactly.
And then the first Friday events have been very successful. I think we've got one scheduled actually to this Friday, July the 2nd.
Yeah.
Fortunate that the weather's been great.
Hopefully it will be this Friday too.
Pray that the good Lord looks after us, even though we do need rain, but if it can hold off during that time, it's great.
Come about 10:30 would be great.
But it's, you know, the whole idea of anything that we have done downtown as far as special events is to get people downtown.
Right.
And maybe somebody that either lives in the area or coming from out of the area comes downtown and says, you know, I like that building. There may be a possibility I'll do something there.
Right.
And then hopefully spur some growth. We see throughout the PD region that downtowns are becoming more and more vital and important.
They are. It's the end thing right now is remodeling your downtown.
It is. So. And you know, there's a lot of people that's got some master plans from these other communities, and we're trying to see if there's things that we can adopt. Right. Or steal. Yeah. And implement in our own.
No sense in reinventing the wheel.
No, it's not.
If somebody's already done it and doing it, we can, you know, copy them. I don't think they matter either.
No. And by that, you know, the city's commitment is, you know, we're again just passed our budget this week for the new coming year that started July 1st.
So that is passed.
Yes.
The budget's
we passed that on June 28th.
That's great.
New year starts July 1st. And in that budget, we've got some things in there to, again, target downtown. We've budgeted again for a person to be dedicated to downtown, helping to recruit businesses, to retain businesses, to help with grants, you know, so forth and so on. But
and that's one thing we request as a group. So I'm thankful y'all put that in there because we do need it. And again, that's a city DCA commitment to each other, you know, to make that happen. The grant money, facade grant money is still...
Facade grant money was also included in the budget again this year. You know, we've had some years where people have taken advantage of it. This past year, I don't think a lot of people did take advantage.
Yeah.
And understandable due to maybe not being open because of COVID and things of that nature. But, you know, we've got that back in place. And we also, if you remember, a year or so ago, we got a grant to do a study for downtown. Mm-hmm. And we finally got that study completed. Benchmark Planning did that for us. Finally got that study completed, I guess, late fall of last year, first of this year. And as soon as we hire a downtown person, that person will try to, you know, take that plan and
kind of pluck some things out.
Trying to implement some of those ideas.
Yeah, they had some great ideas. Yeah. Of course, some of them is just not feasible. But they had some great ideas that we can adapt, and it's going to look wonderful. I've been telling people that for years, and they think I'm crazy, but downtown is coming back. It is coming back. We're going to work, make sure that happens, and we're going to work with the city and make sure that happens. So, well, is there anything else that you would like to discuss about the city or what's going on in the city, or any kind of announcements or anything like that? Or
no announcements, but you know, we hope everybody takes pride in our city.
Exactly.
I see every day litter everywhere.
You was reading my mind. I was just about to say about the litter. You was reading my mind.
The county has started a program, I guess, several months ago where they're doing some litter pickup throughout the county and in our town as well. But as I see, our own staff will be out picking up litter on particular roads, and a day later it's back again.
Yeah,
you know, crazy. we just need people to lead by example, I guess, and you know, litter is a problem.
Yeah, and if everybody would just take care of their little world, meaning their yard or their building or what have you.
In front of on their street, in front of their
Exactly.
property.
If you walk in, and even if it's not on your property, you see trash on the ground, just pick it up and throw it in the trash can. If everybody would do that, we would have the cleanest town in America.
Again,
it's not a hard thing to do.
Not.
It's just you got to commit to, I'm not going to throw trash on the
ground. We all are guilty of it somewhere.
At some point, yes, exactly.
But you know, we've got to take more pride in it and not look for government to always do things.
It's it's got to be kind of like DCA in the city. It's got to be residents working with the city. I mean, we're all in this together. We all live in Dillon or Dillon County. So to me, it's kind of stupid not to work together. And we're a small town too, so we don't have the resources that a Greenville or Charleston or somebody like that has. And of course, they have their issues too. But we need everybody on board. So everybody, get on board, especially with the litter, because that's a huge problem that we're having city and county-wide. So that would be a big help to everybody to do that. So anything else you would like to
I
add?
think that's it. Glad to be back.
Yeah, the first time, what'd you say, 18 months?
Well, since March of last year.
March of last year, yeah.
I would call in when Todd was
you'd call
hosting
in.
and do it from my
So
office.
I bribed Glenn. I was like, man, you got to come in the studio this time, So it's good to have you back.
Glad to be back.
I'm excited about the future. I mean, because I know a lot of things. Everybody don't know everything that's going on, but I can promise you there is a lot going on to make Dillon the best that it can be, and we can be the best. But anyway, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Give you a little fist pump. We won't do the handshake, and that's always a good idea too.
It is. I've always
the handshake might be gone.
That's true.
But a little fist pump means the same thing. So Glenn, I appreciate you coming on. Everyone stay put. We're going to come right back and talk about some First Friday events that we're doing downtown and maybe a couple other things. So stay put. We'll be right back.
Experience true Southern hospitality. Enjoy an unforgettable day of golf and warm up your game right here in your own backyard at the newly renovated City of Dillon Municipal Golf Course, formerly Twin Lakes. If you haven't shot around here recently, you should give it a try. With 18 holes for $18 every Thursday, value is in the bag. Memberships are available and no tee time required, but call ahead anyway. We'll get a cart ready for you.
Welcome back, everyone. Want to talk about right now a group that has started. Some people know about it, some people don't. It's called Dillon Community Alliance, and we have a 9 board member, or we have 9 board members. Every board member is located within the city limits, or when I say located, 7 out of the 9 have businesses downtown. So they have, again, what Glenn alluded to, skin in the game. So our goal, well, the first reason we named it Dillon Community Alliance was because we wanted it to be all of the city of Dillon that we focus on. And our sole goal is to get Dillon to be the best city in the state of South Carolina. Now that's a large chore, and we know that, but we have a great group of board members. We'll be announcing them soon and probably have them on the show one at a time, and so you can meet them. But right quick, I'll tell you the board members. Myself, Stephanie Mitchell is on the board. Rhett Tompkins is on the board. Philip Kell is on the board. Like that, a brain freeze there. So Philip Kell is on the board. Sarah Rogers is on the board. Laurel Hayes, which was Laurel Ammon Hayes. Danielle Lambert is on the board. Ashley Webster is on the board. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. Meredith Coleman is on the board. So I think that's 9. I hope I got everybody. But so we got a very strong board. A lot of youth on the board, which is good because we want people that are here, young, and they want to grow their families up here. So what we're working on right now is our focus is downtown because that's the main thing that we need fixed in our city right now is getting our downtown back to vibrance, where people come and shop downtown and eat downtown. And there's a lot of things going on, so that's our focus on that. We will focus on other areas once we kind of get downtown the way it is. We want to focus on other areas. We've got 2 exits off of 95 going into Dillon. We need to take better use of those. We haven't done what we could do with 95, and all the people traveling right by. We're a mile, 2 miles off of the exit, so we want to work on that. We have some major plans coming. But if any of you, and we have a website, DillonCommunityAlliance.com, so if you want to check that out, That'll give you a little bit more information about that. One thing that we are doing that we have implemented this summer, and COVID kind of held us back too, but this summer we started First Fridays. So First Fridays at the fountain, which basically means the first Friday of each month at the fountain, which is downtown Dillon, right in the center of our town. We have a band that comes and plays for 2 hours. We have food trucks that some are in town, some are out of town that come. We have games for kids, games for adults. It's just a good time for our community to get together and just enjoy, a good time of fellowship together. And that's important for our community to do events like that. So we want you to put that on your calendar. We'll be having one actually this coming Friday, but we'll have another one in August on First Friday. So please, stop in for 5 minutes and check things out. Stay for 2 hours. Bring your chair, lounge chair, and bring your kids, because there'll be things for them to do too. It's a family-oriented event. So we want to make sure we get as many of our residents downtown to, just enjoy some time together. And of course, if you're seeing this out of town, we want you to. If you're from Marion, Mullins, Bennettsville, wherever, we want you to come as well. So, but we'll be talking more about Dillon Community Alliance and our partnership with the city further down the road. I just wanted to kind of throw that out and give a brief synopsis of what we do. If you have any questions and want to call, you can call me. I'm currently serving as president of the Community Alliance. So you can call me at 843-229-5722. If I don't pick up, I'll call you back and answer any kind of questions that you have. But until next time, I'm going to end the show now. I think we've had a pretty good show, especially for my first time. I hope I did okay, and y'all stay tuned for the next one. We'll be back next month, and we'll have a lot to talk about because fall will be coming on, and there'll be some announcements, that we have that I know are kind of in the box. We'll let them out. But anyway, thank you for your time, and stay down home, Dillon.